So the first bomb, Creek in the Cave.
Yeah.
You don't quit?
No, when I remember it being so painful. I remember like literally so painful bombing. But I got right in my car. I got my car and then I drove. There was a website, it still might be there. It's called badslava.com that has all the open mics in the world. But I went right on badslava.com. And it was at the time I didn't have an internet on my phone. So I went to Kinko's and I used their computer on Vernon Boulevard in Queens. And I went to badslava.com and I was like, where's the next open mic? Because I just wanted to get that pain away from me. Right. So I think the best way to do that is to go try again. And I went to an open mic called the Maui Taco in Midtown Manhattan and bombed even harder than I had at the Creek in the Cave. And I remember I had 2 back-to-back bombs, and then I woke up the next day and I was like, I definitely want to do that again. And then I just never, every day since then, besides the pandemic, I think the pandemic, when it happened in March, that was the first time I hadn't been on stage at least 5 times a week since 2010.
Yeah. It shows. It really does show. And so, just a quick side note, my second show was that bomb. And I was going to quit.
Right.
First show was good, second show was bad. I'm like, I'm 500 hitters, I'm out.
Right.
And Paul Vinnie said, no. Tonight's what it's
Paul Vinnie, the comedy tornado?
Yeah, comedy tornado.
Oh, my God.
Jim Mendrino is the comedy coach. So
the comedy burrito.
Yeah. But
he lost a lot of weight now, Jim. Shout out Jim Mendrinos.
Mendrinos is...
Okay. Did something happen with Mendrinos?
No, I love Mendrinos. Mendrinos now is hard left.
Yes.
And when I knew him, I still know him, but back at the comedy event, he was hard right.
Interesting.
I'm dying to find out what happened. So you never wanted to quit?
I never wanted to quit, but I also, because I'd become a physical therapist already, felt like I would listen to some of my peers now say, that they were just a waiter or a waitress and their back was against the wall and they had no money and comedy had to work. I never felt that. I was always like, I enjoy doing comedy. I really want to make it as a stand-up comedian and do entertainment for my life because it's every day of my life feels like a Sunday afternoon. Like days of the week don't matter. It's like when you do what you love, it's just like, it doesn't matter. Like can do something for 15 hours, but I love it. So it's like the day just goes by. So I was like, I want that, but if not, I'm a pediatric physical therapist. It's a gratifying position to help children with disabilities. So I'm like, either way, I feel like I set up my education and my career and I'll take a shot at my dream. And if it doesn't work, then my fallback plan is still a dream job. So I never felt like, I need to quit and this isn't working. I was always kind of like, I'll just, my philosophy is always like, just like let it rip and just see what happens. I always feel like, I think that the job my parents did, what I'd like to thank them for as I get older is they prepared me. A lot of times I was always like, they're not paying attention to me, they're not doing this. They prepared me to fail very well. I think my mom and dad did a good job at that because if I fail, I can just figure out a contingency plan to try to pick up the pieces and like readjust my thinking. Because I fail a lot.
We're going to get that in a minute.
Yeah.
And so
you should see my set.